You are about to experience the best in professional audio, lighting, DJ gear, special effects, and video. This is coverage of Winter NAMM 2019. We are agiprodj.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ty from agiprodj NAMM 2019. We're hanging out in the In-Music Suite, and we're getting ready to take a look at the brand new DENON DJ Prime 4. Jason's going to walk us through this very unique piece of gear that is blowing up the internet right now. Let's take a look. Prime 4 from DENON DJ.
Hey guys, this is Jason from DENON DJ. We're at NAMM 2019, and we are talking about a very, very exciting product, the Prime 4, the world's first 4-channel standalone unit. The Prime 4 features a 10-inch high-definition, high-resolution color touch display supporting multi-gestures, so we can pinch to zoom, we can close this menu here, and we can swipe through our tracks. Press the view button, and we can get to a larger track area where we can, again, scroll, find the tracks you want. If you want to swipe it, you can load it, and it will ask you which one of your decks that you want to load it to. You can also load by just using the load buttons below there. Lots of options. If you hold on a track, you can see more information about it. This is the same exact Engine Prime application that is used on our Engine Prime SE5000 and the 5000M. So you've got access to all of your different crates that you have, all your playlists here, your prepare folder, file view, and then of course you have a search field and different filters, and if you click the search, you can get access to your QWERTY keyboard there. While we're in the display, I'll cover a few more things. So you can pull up this little menu here, and we got access to our quantize, continue, and stop time. Close that menu out. We hold down the view button, and now we have our utility, which gives you loads of options for the microphones, you know, your talk over level, resume, attenuation, crossover points for isolation EQ. I'm not going to go through every one of them, but you get the point here. There are lots of preferences and settings to really custom this device, you know, to your DJ workflow or to your environment that you're playing in. If I go back to this other menu here, source, self-explanatory. You've got loads of options for media on the Prime 4. There's actually 4 USB ports, an SD card, and an internal 2.5-inch hard drive bay. So on this unit here, I've got a SSD that's already installed in the bay, and that hosts all my music, and I can take all that music with me everywhere I go. Back to the display, I'll show you one more awesome feature on the Prime 4, and that is the ability to record. So we can record from any media source that's connected to the device, and it's as simple as just starting it up. As soon as you're done, it's going to say you're all set. You want to save it as that, and it's all set, and it's saved to your device. And again, you can record to any one of those media ports. There are no limitations there. So we talked about the 10-inch display. The display is angle. You can adjust the angle of it. And there's settings on the back. There's a little kickstand, and you can actually set that, you know, to your preference. You can even lay it flat if you like. And we also include a nice little carrying or transport screen protector, hard shell, so your investment is protected when you travel. Nice velvet lining on the inside to ensure that you don't scratch your display. Let's start at the top left, and we'll go over some of the controls. So you've got access to 2 microphones here. Microphone 1 has a 3-band EQ. Mic 2 has a 2-band EQ with echo and, of course, talk over. And again, I mentioned that in the preferences, you can tweak and tailor some of these settings depending on your venue. Just below the microphone section, we have our effects unit 1, and there are 14 different digital effects here. Each one of those has a OLED display that goes across. So this second display will show you your parameter 1, and you can adjust that with this knob. This is the frequency, so you can assign this bit crush to a particular frequency band. And then here you can adjust your wet and dry and how many bits or how many beats depending on the effect type. Scratch, reverb, echo, delay, and all of those effects are, of course, post-fader, so you can do effect out or echo out for your transitions. Looking at the deck, they're both the same. So we've moved away from the mirrored layout to be consistent here, and you've got your looping. Let me just play a track. So looping is pretty straightforward. You can adjust the knob here, and it shows you the size of the loop on the jog wheel display. Just punch it in, and then turn it to shorten it, and then just push it to get out of it. You've got slip mode. So if I stop the track now, show you on the display. You can actually see the slip mode happening in real time. I stop it, and you're going to see that split. So it's still showing you where the slip mode is still active. As soon as I press play, it's going to resume right at that beat that was showing me in slip mode. Very cool feature, very strong feature, especially for a standalone. Again, there's no computer required for this device, and it's 4 channels of audio, 4 decks, standalone experience. This is the world's first, it's most advanced, powerful DJ console ever created. So we'll continue on the deck control. We've got track skip. We've got the ability to beat jump, and the beat jump is all controlled by the loop size. So if I adjust this to larger 16 beats or 32 beats, I can jump pretty drastically through the track and get back to the beginning fairly quickly. Below that, you've got your syncing and your transport controls. You've got access to different hot cues, your looping, rolls, your slicer, and then a loop slicer as well. Off to the right side of the deck, you've got an edit grid control, which is nice. So if the grid is ever off, you just hold down the edit grid mode. And on the display, we've got new options here for reset. You can move the grid left or right, half and double time it. And then using the platter, I can nudge and adjust the actual beat grids on the waveform, which is great to have. Shift for controlling all your sub-layer features, pitch bend to momentarily slow down the track or speed it up. And then a high resolution 100 millimeter pitch fader for really adjusting your tempo. You've got a key lock button here. So with the Prime 4, we're also launching with key syncing and the ability to key change. So by holding down the key lock, you will match the corresponding deck, but you can also tap on the display on the key, and you'll get this new menu once you tap on here, and it will allow me to jump up chromatically through the scale. Press the key lock button, and you can just reset and get out of it. Really cool. Again, it's a super powerful feature, especially for a standalone, being able to key change on the fly without any computer required. And again, that's available on all 4 decks as well. So going over to the mixer section, it's a 4-channel digital mixer. You've got all of your standard EQing, your effects control, your browser control, headphone control, and then in the center here, you've got control to your sweep effects. So sweep effects are going to be your instant gratification effects, so you've got access to a filter. You can control the filter resonance inside the preferences as well. You've got an echo. Everything's all post fader. A washout, which is kind of like an echo out effect. Half beat and then 1 beat to the right. And then you got a noise. So you can generate the noise on a deck that's not even playing audio, which is really cool, allow you to do some cool effects. Each one of the decks is all the same. On the top, we've got our browser controls here, so this will jump into our menu. Press it once, it will get you into our list here where we can choose our tracks. When you hold it down, that's going to get you into your utility menu, your preferences, your source, and recording. In the display here, we can talk about the ability to create your own crates and playlists on the fly from the unit, which is really, really great because you can leave your solid state drive or your hard drive installed in it, and then you can create crates on the fly. So I'm just going to go, let's create a crate. Let's call this NAMM 1, create it. It's already populated here, and then I just go and I select the tracks I want. Little James Brown. Grab those 3 tracks, press and hold, and then just drag them right into the NAMM 1 crate, and they've been added. So I exit the mode. Now I'm in the NAMM 1, and I've got my 3 tracks that I just dragged in there. So, you can install a hard drive in there, but still having the ability to go back and adjust crates or create crates on the fly is very, very powerful. Again, so you can install that drive in there, tweak and change or alter or create new crates on the fly without having to connect to a computer. So we talked about the display. Let's talk about the upper right here corner. We've got a world's first on a DJ controller, the zone output and zone assign. So by default, the zone is going to mirror your master output. And that will allow you to have a secondary set of speakers that are going to mirror the master output, allowing you to have fill or satellite speakers in the room if you need them. Right now, zone assign is activated. So that means that zone, so I'll deactivate it and I'll show you what it does. So zone assign, it's going to say, hey, do you want to use deck 4 to send to the zone? And this is a completely separate mix. So I say continue. I go to my playlist here, put my swag house into the zone, and now channel 4 is populated with all those tracks from the zone assign feature. So those will all play in a continuous mode. You can also switch that into line. And now it's in a line mode where I can hook up an iPad or a tablet and then send that line output signal into a completely separate room and still have the ability to mix on channels 1 and 2 in my main room. Very, very powerful feature. Below the zone, you've got your, actually with the zone, you still have your level control and your 2-band EQ. Below that is your booth, again with 2-band EQ, so you can tailor the booth as needed. And this side of the deck is completely identical to the opposite side. Take a look at the front panel. You've got your switchable USB or engine mode and line. So all 4 decks can be assigned to line inputs. It's a fully digital mixer. Channels 3 and 4 are going to be your phono inputs. Off to the right, you've got fader start and your crossfader contour. Let's take a look at the back panel of the unit. So on the rear, starting from the very left here, we've got 2 more USB ports. The bottom one, you've got that nice charging indicator. That means this is fully ready to charge your iPad or your tablet without a problem. I know a lot of mobile guys use your iPad to pump music into a separate room or maybe dinner music. So being able to charge is it's really handy. You're linking, so you can actually link all of your video, your lighting, as well as connect to SE5000 or SE5000M, and you can share media across them. Then you've got your XLRs for your zone output, your booth output, and your master output, and those are all professional grade Nutric connections. We have a phono or a stereo and mono switch for your master, and then as I mentioned before, it's a 4-channel digital mixer, so you've got access to all of your inputs there. Again, 3 and 4 are your phono and line, so those will be DVS ready once Serato is available. And then at the very end, you've got microphone or combination inputs for microphone 1 and 2. And there's loads of options within the preferences menu to tweak and tailor the microphones as needed for your gig. That is, a brief overview of the Prime 4. There's loads and loads more. This thing is super powerful. We can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. Thanks so much for checking it out here at NAMM 2019.